The Soviet army and population would hate many things Stalin would impose. Headquarters would be set up in Kazan and would prepare an armed revolt in major cities. Stalin would lose over 80% of his army because of them joining the revolt, causing the Soviet Union to have a weak army. Leningrad and Stalingrad would be secured, and Moscow would be in sight, causing riots over the Soviet Union, and Georgia would declare independence. Ukraine would declare independence, but the Russian army would be expecting it and start attacking. The Soviet army would be abolished and would capitulate, reunifying Russia. A government like the US Congress would be chosen to not repeat the same mistakes as the Tsar and would start rebuilding. Armenia and Azerbaijan would declare independence. Georgia would allow it. Georgia would give land up north of the Caucasus Mountains to hopefully not get attacked. The Russians would just take it.
I must say that I find in these facts a sure basis upon which practical and reassuring thoughts may rest.
Germany would annex Austria as the part of the Anschluss. The parliament would declare war on Georgia after it was passed, and on Armenia and Azerbaijan.
Cast back and disturbed by the onrush of
Russia would push back Georgia onto fronts and would get near the capital.
May it not also be that the goal of civilization...
The Georgian First Army would get encircled and captured, making Georgia surrender. Armenia and Azerbaijan would surrender. The Munich Agreement would give Germany the Sudetenland. Poland would annex Zalwise. Hungary would annex Carpathia.
has come back from his third and greatest journey, and he said
that the settlement of the Czechoslovakia...
Germany and Russia would agree to a defensive pact, but will actually split Poland. Germany would annex Czechoslovakia. Russia and Germany would partition Poland.
This was a great trial of strength between the British and German air forces. Can you conceive a greater objective?
Poland is partitioned between Russia and Germany. Russia and Germany would annex Baltics, mostly going to Russia.
And to sink all these ships which were displayed, almost to the extent of thousands. Could there have been an objective of greater military importance and significance for the whole purpose of the war than this? They tried hard, and they were beaten back. They were frustrated in their task. We got the army away, and they have paid fourfold for any losses which they have inflicted.
Russia joins the Allies.
Sir, when we
Russia
consider how much
annexes
greater would be
Bessarabia.
our advantage in defending the air above this island against an overseas
Hungary
attack.
annexes northern
I must say
Transylvania.
that I find
Bulgaria
in these facts a
annexes
sure basis
Dobruja.
upon which practical and reassuring thoughts may rest.
Italy annexes Albania. Bulgaria annexes southern Serbia and eastern Macedonia. They annex Thessaloniki too. Greece is annexed by Italy. Germany declares war on Russia, however. The Allies would warn Russia of this, and Russia would be prepared, loading the ground with explosives.
Also,
Germany annexes
the
Low.
code of civilization itself will be defended by the skill and
Germany would be confused, as the advance was way slower than expected, even with 3 meters men, and even worse, winter is starting to come. Germany would be economically isolated and would struggle to pay off their troops, leading to mutinies.
the Crusaders all fall back into the past.
The Russian army would mobilize and prepare a major counter-offensive.
These young men going forth
Riga
every
would
morn
reconnect to
guard their
Memel,
native
and the
land,
winter would make it
all
hard on the
these
Germans.
holding in their hands these instruments of colossal and shattering power.
Berlin would fall, and the surrender of the country was
Every
imminent.
morn brought forth a
The British would open up a new front in Wilhelmshire, and the Germans can't divert troops, letting the British move freely. Hungary would be the first one to surrender.
Between the British and German air forces. Can you conceive a greater objective for the Germans in the air and to make evacuation from these beaches impossible, and to sink all these ships which were displayed almost to the extent of thousands.
A
Could
Greek
there have
revolt
been an
breaks out
objective of
and
greater
joins the
military
Allies to
importance
secure
and
aid.
significance? For the whole purpose of the war
Yugoslavia
was
would
this.
switch sides to
They
not
tried
become a
hard,
Russian puppet
and
state.
they were beaten back. They were frustrated in their task. We got the army
France
away,
would launch a new
and they
front
have
on
paid
Italian soil.
fourfold for any losses which they have inflicted. Sir, when we consider how much greater would be our advantage in defending the air above this island against an overseas attack, I must say that I find in these facts a sure basis upon which practical and reassuring thoughts may rest. I will pay my tribute
Bulgaria
to
would surrender
young
and a
airmen.
new order would be made.
The great French army was